Gotta adjust my microphone.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's good. Wait.
Alright, man.
Okay.
Guess we're getting started. So, what's going on, Kaycaul? How you doing, man?
I
Hi.
have a melon in my hand.
And a map.
And a map. Burger.
So, we got a lot of, kind of a lot of drama going on the server.
Oh yeah,
right now,
server.
At least lately. Not necessarily that involves Josh's server.
I don't think he's the problem.
He's not, he was...
But that's what sparked it.
Yeah, definitely. Do you want to go over kind of what happened?
Your mic's a little quiet, by the way.
Yeah. Do you want to go over what happened, this situation?
Well, what do you know of that happened?
Well, I already know, but like I'm asking what you know. You know,
Okay,
like what from what the information you've gotten, what happened? Because I'll go over it
to Josh's server.
Yeah.
We really should call him Josh.
Josh
is on the server right now.
Trickster.
I know Josh made a server, and some people who didn't play on the server as much went to his server. I think what probably happened was because you panicked at first. You thought like, oh, Josh is stealing my players.
So let me kind of
found out later he just wanted to have fun.
All right.
On the server.
I'll kind of chime in right here. So I'll give a synopsis of basically the beginning. A lot of players haven't been very happy with the server lately, and I haven't paid attention to it. And through that, a lot of when Josh made his server, I believe a lot of players who were part of the Trimbo community who didn't want to leave the community because they were like, well, I have some friends here that I do like. There's some people here that I do enjoy, but there's some people here that my energy doesn't match with, is what a few of them said.
Yeah, because didn't Ratchet say that the server was becoming an echo chamber? That was one of the problems.
No, he didn't. He didn't say exactly that. But that's the synopsis of what he kind of came up with, and I kind of agree. So yeah, that was kind of something he implied, and I kind of was like, yeah, this is, so if you would get on the Discord, you would see a lot of, shit posting, a lot of bullshit, just whatever. And the thing is in a lot of people that, even a few people that left the server were a part of this problem. And I think it's like, it's one of those issues that isn't one specific person or one specific group. It's a whole. And
if it was a specific person, I think it would be you.
Well, yeah. I'm the catalyst, not the catalyst. I'm the... I mean, I didn't cause this, but me not being there...
You're the...
Yes, the Josh's servers, that went away.
Josh's server revealed the problem.
I would be the spark... I mean, I don't want to be... that sounds so cocky. Like, I'm the spark that went away, but that's true. Like, I stopped advertising the server, I stopped getting on the server, I stopped interacting with people on the server, and, there are... Somebody said that...
Mic's gone quiet again.
Sorry, I try to get it out of the way so I'm not, like, reading into it. Somebody said that... oh, God. What was I saying? Somebody said that I don't, like... Their admins, like, this, because some staff left. Like, Local Lena left, Ratchet left. And one thing that was mentioned is they can try to put their foot down in certain situations, but they don't have the authority like I do because I'm the owner. And that's a kind of, and I kind of agreed with them on this, and I mean, later on, there's a few people that believe I didn't approach a lot of situations correctly, and that's true too. So there's a lot that needs to be changed, and it really does start with me getting on and being more active and trying to get back into what made the server popular in the first place was just me being involved in the community, trying to bring people together, and then also back in the day, I did take shit a lot more seriously because I wasn't as close to the admins as I am now. I am, here's another issue. I'm scared of certain people leaving because, what if certain essential people leaving because, what if they screw around and I put my foot down and they're like, fine.
Left,
yeah.
That would be a big problem.
That would be a big problem. But the thing, and a lot of times he can be a big problem. But the thing is
admittedly,
has he been?
Solve a couple problems.
If he left, not necessarily.
Not as many as it would make, but
yeah. I like Schnitz as a player too.
yeah.
Some people get scared when he's around because he messes with you. And he does.
I think he's been messing with people less. I remember in Spawn 2, he turned my entire base into acacia wood.
I've noticed that a lot of people that were chaotic before are not as chaotic now. I haven't really seen Schnitz as chaotic. The other day we were on a call and he kind of messed with some people, with their sheep or whatever, but he tried to fix it, But I think, I was on the call too, so,
That's because you were there.
That's, I guess, yeah. So there's a lot of problems, basically, and a lot of people left. Getting back onto the story, that's what happened. There were problems, and players decided to leave and go on to something else, where they could still interact with the community that they made, friends that they made on Trimbo, but not necessarily on Trimbo.
I think a lot of the problems we trace back to the lack of players or lack of new players.
Yeah.
And that came
traces
from the lack
back
of advertising.
Which comes back to me. And here's another thing, though. I will address this. You're an operator now.
We're addressing it now. You can see in chat, literally live, new players are coming in and playing.
Yeah.
We have about 4 legitimate
new players. Yeah.
Players. We'll probably get a member.
That's from advertising for the last 2 or 3 days. And just being active.
Yeah.
Did
we advertise today?
I don't think we did. I didn't advertise
every morning on the weekend, but I'm not here in the morning, so you'll have to do it. Or
I'll have to do it. Yeah, Schnitz was talking about making a bot for it. I know people that do that. Well, I don't know people, but you see that on the forums. You see, not the forums, on Reddit. Because you see people, there's this one guy that you see, basically, he posts his server every single day. And people comment on that, stop posting this because it's a shitty server. And it's, it's on one of those not really moderated vanilla survival Reddit.
Anarchy?
Yeah, there you go. Kind of subreddits.
On 2B2T, the oldest anarchy server in Minecraft.
Yeah. So
my name is Kaycaul C1, and welcome to the oldest amplified server in Minecraft.
It might. Well, I don't know. It might be. I've been on some old amplified servers. I remember back in the day there was a few.
How old is amplified?
It's old. I think it's since one. Is it? It might have been since beta. I don't think so. I don't remember it being back.
This server is old though. It has a lot of history.
Yeah. So back to. Let me ask you: how do you feel about this whole situation that just happened, with some staff leaving and us having to basically revamp the server? What did we call this era that just happened?
The Renaissance.
Not the Renaissance.
I think the server is getting better.
It is getting better. This would be the Renaissance.
Learn from our mistakes.
The Renaissance is afterwards, but the cause, the catalyst, you have to name that. The Great Realization. I don't know. What did we say before? It was something. The Great Realization or something.
We said the Reconstruction, but I didn't really like that.
I didn't like that either.
Or the Revelation.
It wasn't that. I think it was the Revelation. Could be that. We could name it that. I'm okay with that.
I don't think we need to name every historical event. Okay.
We could, and it would be a thing. A lot, if historical events weren't named, you wouldn't know about them. Yeah.
So should we explore the server?
Yeah. I was actually gonna start talking to you about that. Like, so yeah. Right now we have a little bit of chaos, but we're getting over. Let's get started tell me about your first experience on Trimbo that you can remember. We can go to Spawn 2.
Go to Spawn 2.
Alright, here we go. Alright, we're loading up.
I've never had that achievement.
That's funny. Maybe achievements got reset.
I know I started with 10 emeralds.
Oh, yeah.
From the creative menu because I switched my language to German and I don't know what emerald is in German.
Wow.
Okay, I have emeralds now.
Okay.
I remember the first thing I did
Yeah.
on the server. So, when I started, I remember you started with stone tools and 10 emeralds for some reason. I spawned facing this way, so there weren't any trees.
So did you see the Jesus? Was the Jesus here when you...
The first thing that happened, I think I walked over here.
So wait. The Jesus was here when you started?
It was always here for me.
Really? Huh. That's funny.
But I walked down to here, and I saw... Or maybe I walked forward. I didn't go very far, and I saw the Jesus statue. I think I saw you floating, like up here, just looking down. And I saw the Jesus statue, and I saw the people in chat. And I'm like, oh, that's a cool server. I started to walk towards where I would build my base. I'm gonna try and recreate it.
Yeah, where did you build your base at first? Oh yeah, it was right over here. Let's take a look at that.
No, that was my shop. I didn't build that first.
Really?
You can still see the remnants of my advertising campaign.
Oh yeah.
I didn't have burger in my hand anyway. I think this tower was here. That's a pretty old tower.
Really? Because Nymphadora made this tower after I made her an admin. So she went right into creative and built that tower.
I think once I walked from spawn 1 to spawn 2, and I came in this way. And it was interesting because I was seeing it from a whole new angle. I had always entered spawn 2 starting at the spawn point. And then I saw it from this other angle as I walked in.
Yeah.
I walked down here, all of this was here, that farm was there. I got to here, there was this bridge, and it just went into the wall. It didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
It stopped here.
Oh, yeah.
I dug out a tiny cave about the size of this first room.
So this was right here. This was your first house?
Yeah. This was my first house.
Okay.
I just expanded it.
Right.
But I crafted my emeralds into an emerald block. I put it down. I got a sign, and I just wrote, "The Green." And from there on, this base expanded into what it was later.
So,
and then was again.
What did it look like before the time warp? Because I know you had your, there was like a door here.
Oh yeah, there was a redstone door. Let me actually rip that
Yeah,
out,
there was.
I think there's actually still remnants of that. I salvaged all the pistons to make a melon farm later. So you can see like the framing, all of this cobblestone.
Yeah.
These stairs leading. Oh, there's 2 redstone dust here. more up here.
Huh. That's
I
funny.
know mobs would spawn in here and it would be annoying. But yeah, this was like a spiral door, and Schnitz, I think, rolled it back, and that messed with the redstone. and
Oh
broke
my
it.
god. Yeah.
That was when he was a lot more chaotic. Actually, behind this Pete the Griffin
Yeah.
is a barrel with the first 3 Trimbo newses.
No kidding.
They're the originals.
You might need to hide that after this this podcast, because now people know.
They are in the archives now.
Okay.
And they went to like 7 originally,
Yeah.
didn't they? And then it got time warped back to the 3rd. Actually, if you look at the date on the last one, Trimbo News 3, on the last page, October 29th. That's the last
Wow.
recorded history. And then anything after that
On the
doesn't exist.
because the 30th was the day of the backup, and that was the day Local Lena left for the first time.
Your mic's quiet again.
Yeah, that's because I move it back
It's
down
happening.
to my. Well, I move it down to my chin because I feel like I'm breathing into it. Like, can you hear me breathing into it?
No.
Okay. Well, then I'm not
Pretty
going to worry
sure
about
Discord has
Something to help with that.
filters it out, but maybe OBS doesn't. This base is actually not exactly the same,
it. Yeah.
but I had a lot of screenshots, and it's really basic. It's just 9 by 9 by 9
Do you think you could find that on your wiki?
boxes.
If you want, if you upload them, then you probably could.
I think I have them somewhere. I probably posted them before.
Okay.
I have so many Trimbo screenshots now, though.
Yeah?
Because I take a lot of screenshots because it's interesting to look back at them.
Yeah, that's good.
But I
You need
have a lot of good shots that I could rebuild this easily.
Okay. Well, would you be able to, like, put all those in a file and maybe upload them? Because I've got screenshots too, you know, and I think other people
if I'm
do.
motivated enough. It looks pretty much the same as this.
Yeah.
I
not because you said you have a lot of screenshots.
To open the door.
Yeah.
There are some things missing, though. There's an armor stand in this corner that I
see.
wasn't bothered to replace.
Okay.
In here, actually, there was a pretty big item sorter. It's not even dug out anymore, I think.
Oh, wow.
It
Interesting.
used to be all hollowed out in there. You would throw the items in here, and then hoppers would sort them. It was just for junk, like it would sort granite and dirt and gravel apart.
I see.
The big difference was this elevator, though. It's actually supposed to be in this tile, and I built it one to the right.
So
this
tell me.
was all survival the first
Okay.
time and the second time.
Yeah. Yeah, you do everything in survival.
I try.
So tell me, when did you first become a member of staff? Do you remember that?
Yes. I remember where I was.
Okay.
Do you want me to show you now?
Sure.
Or should we... I'll
You can
keep
just
note
tell
of
me.
that, and I'll show you when we...
Yeah, you can just tell me.
I'll point it out when we get there.
Okay. Okay.
I think it'd be interesting to like start at spawn 1 and walk all the way to current spawn.
Do you want to do that?
Talk about what happened there. Yeah.
Okay.
Because you know more about spawn 1.
Well, you know, I also wanted to do that with T as well. You know, because
that would make more sense.
Yeah, because she was there, you know, during. But we can. That's why I wanted to start at like spawn 2 to talk about your experience, you know, and then we can move on to maybe spawn 3 and then talk about that. Because this is, I mean, like I said, man, this is.
There is one thing
your
I
interview.
want you to talk about, though. Just come out here.
Okay.
I'm gonna fly over there quickly. Because this is something, these original buildings, only you know about these. Because you were the only one that played.
Oh, right. Okay.
This
yeah,
is
I can.
the beginning of the story.
Yes, this is the right here. Oh, this right here.
You said
Okay.
this was the first build, right?
Yeah.
It still looks OFy with all the wool.
Oh yeah. Let me think. So, I can't remember if it was 2017 or 2018, but I always had the intention of starting a Minecraft server again. And I wanted to make it an amplified server, and I really wanted to make, I always had this idea of a cliffside village. You know, I really liked it. I never got to build one, you know. I would build like a halfway one, you know, like with a building on the side of a mountain and the rest on the ground or whatever, you know, not even halfway. And so I was like, all right, well, I got to start an amplified server. But you can't really start a multiplayer Minecraft amplified server unless you start the server in single player first. So that's what I did, and I was like, well, maybe I'll start some, you know, like, at first, you know, the idea was in my head, I was gonna do it. But I was like, I'm probably not going to. Like, I was like, I've thought about starting a Minecraft server before, and it's always failed. So, if you come over here, these original blocks...
I can't fly, I'm in survival.
Yeah, we'll go into creative.
But that's my thing.
I know it's your thing. Well, you're fine. I'll teleport you. So, at one point, oh yeah, definitely. I wanted this area to be spawn. This was going to be the first spawn. I was like, okay, this seems good. Yeah, I thought, and that was, I'm skipping ahead a little bit. But, I was like, all right, in survival, I'm going to see how easy would it be to get to my house. And then I put these blocks here, these cobblestone blocks, where I'm standing. Turn around. Oh. Back here. And I kind of made my way up to that house, like just in survival, you know? And yeah, I was just like, somehow I'm going to make a path that goes up there, and that'll be, you know...
This is the first pathway. This is the first
one of them.
Trail
so the
that
first
goes up the mountain.
And sort of. So the actual first trail started over here with this village. I looked over here, like I remember I was building this house, and I looked over here and I was like, this is a good spot to, like, before any of this was built, I was like, this is a good spot to build a village. And so I did. I don't remember what I started with. It might have been this building. It might have been something else. But I just kind of kept on going, kind of building inside of stuff and whatever. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to have a path that continues on this way. And I never kept on going. It was supposed to keep on going up and keep going that way. And that was going to be something else. But that never happened. So I continued a path that continued down this way. You know, where Kaycaul
kind of grow naturally.
Yeah.
Also,
it could have been spawn
0.
Spawn could have been, yeah. Actually, spawn 0 is spawn, like, 0, 0. Like, that's where I started. It's like, have you been there? Have you teleported 0, 0? That's like, could have been spawn. That's a potential. Anyway, yeah, so I built this path, and I just kind of kept on going, and I cruised ahead a little bit, and I found a couple of spots that I thought, okay, well, maybe that could be a spawn, you know, because I didn't want spawn to be up here. I didn't like it where there aren't enough resources for people to be around, and it's amplified, so it's going to be hard for people to, you know, find resources. So they'll come, and then, you know, they'll either be really spread out or they'll leave quickly, and I didn't want either of those. So I just kind of, you know, kept on going. I built that house over there. I think somebody would move into it or something, you know. It's just like...
thing, you build these houses and then someone sees it and like, oh...
somebody lives there.
Either they grief it and get banned and rolled back,
yeah.
Or they don't grief it and they don't end up living in it.
Yeah.
And they always assume it's somebody's.
Yeah. And I didn't... that's what I was thinking. I was like, well, I don't know why. You know, this is 3 years ago, I think. Maybe... because it couldn't be 2018, because it was Minecraft version 1.12.2. So we're on 1.6.13. We're 1.6.3 right now. Okay! Alright, so I've got a...
This is more in T's territory now. The land of chaos.
It was a land of... It was something. I don't know how to describe
The land
Spawn
of
1.
something.
I'd have to really think about it.
I think we should do some tours like this with many people. Maybe get the 4 new players when they're all on at once.
Yeah.
We should get them in VC and just tell them about the server. I think Hayfish was curious about how to get the Goodbye Trimbo achievement. I don't know if you saw that was added, but
Yeah,
you get it by going to Digital Space.
wow.
So Hayfish wanted to know where that was, so I showed him around Spawn 3 a bit.
So,
Speaking of Spawn 3, whoa!
yeah. So I started... Yeah, I came over here and I saw this big cliff right here, and then I saw this over here, and I just kind of started building this thing. You know, like I started up here.
Spawn 1 house is like one of the most iconic builds.
Which one?
Ever. The one on the side of the cliff. I put that at the Discord banner. I replaced the TF2 one that's added.
The one right here?
Yeah.
No kidding. That's sad. I don't know. That was one of the first builds over here. Actually, I started that, and I
think I found an ender crystal in there once.
Yeah.
It's
that's
a scary place.
I don't know. There was... Yeah. But yeah, I built this, and I was just like, I wanted to build that side, you know, I was like, man, if I wanted a place where I would live, you know, if I was transported in this game, where would I want to live? And I just kind of built this giant-ass thing. So, yeah, it's, I was hoping I was going to use it for a marketplace when I started the server, but that didn't happen. Really, nobody touched it when it came on.
The economy of Trimbo is always dead.
There isn't one.
I tried Trimbo tokens and it failed massively.
No, I don't know if you tried hard enough.
Yeah, we probably didn't do it right. I just collected the melons at the farm over there, which reminded me another thing that was missing from my Spawn 2 base, the first melon farm I ever made. That got time warped.
Oh, did it? But yeah, that's my story of...
You remember those.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, the biodomes are good. It's Spawn 3. But yeah,
some of those.
After I built that, I built a couple of paths, and then I plugged in my computer. This was 2018. And then I started up the server, and I had 1 or 2 players join and then leave. You know, that was it. And then I got discouraged, and I stopped it for a year. Then a year later, I built another computer out of crappy parts, and then I started it up again and just kept on advertising. And then, then T joined, Xeron joined, Logo joined. Yeah. So, that's where it all started.
Spawn 3 now. You've already kind of seen Spawn 3.
Yeah, sure.
Is it safe to say Spawn 3 was the best?
In my opinion.
There were definitely more people, I think. But I can't say it because I think if it isn't, Spawn 1 is, from what I've heard.
I like the look of it the most. And the staffing. I liked Ratchet that's when Ratchet really got started.
Oh, yeah.
We had a few other players come and go.
I think Spawn 3 is very detailed. Like, there's all these little things that show people lived here. Like, there's just...
Oh, yeah.
This random Juice super secret base.
It was...
And you just fall to your death.
It was a lot closer. A lot more closely knit. I feel like.
You can see my old shop.
But it was...
just survived the time warp.
Here's the thing, is it was huge. You know, like
It
it was
was
so spread out, but it was so close together. You know, like everything that was, it was like, but 100%, man. I miss this era. I miss being able to walk around and seeing all these different builds. I miss the melon trail. You know.
I think that's one of the things Spawn 4 suffered from. It wasn't Spawn 3.
Yeah. Because I kept saying, like, this Spawn 3 is amazing. I even said it, like, I said it all the time when it was going on. I'm like, this is amazing. I still believe that today. You know, we have the Hall of the Greats. I've kind of abandoned you.
Spawn 3 is so big. Like, it extends all the way
Yeah, it
to
really does.
Trickster's base in that corner.
Yeah, it does. It could,
All the way
yeah,
from there to, like, Ratchet's base. The edge of Spawn 4.
basically. So, we can make that. We can make Spawn 5 like this.
Is just in ruins over here.
Yeah. It used to get griefed a lot.
There's nothing left to grief, that's why they stopped.
Yeah, I'm at your shop. Or your old base.
Oh.
There. We both TP to each other, I think.
There was
this is your old shop.
Room back here. I'd keep my valuables. And I think a bunch of people had X-ray and would see through the walls and find them.
See, this is, you know, this is kind of the breakdown of the Minecraft, because after a while, this is kind of the way things age, you know, because players come in, they break a block or two, or whatever, and you come back and it's sort of broken up, but the thing is that's just, like, in a way, that's how it ages, you know? Players age things by, you know, doing shit like that. It gives it character, yeah. It's just like, this was here, and now it's, yeah. But we were there.
There's,
we can say that.
Microwaves here.
Oh, yeah.
These are super micros with Intel Pentiums. Some of them are.
Interesting.
I remember I would roll back, or I would get this shop rollback a lot, and it would never be the same. I would always lose an item frame or something.
Yeah.
It was discouraging. Because that was when, back in my day, people actually crafted and built their maps by hand.
Oh, yeah.
It was actually a pain if someone deleted your map. You'd have to craft a compass.
And you did it in survival.
And instead now, it's just, hey Schnitz, can you get me a picture of Tim Hortons? He's like, yeah, okay. Oh, there's banners. Remember the clans?
Oh, yeah, we had that was during the era of Spawn 2.
Yeah. And they all got deleted and everyone forgot about them. This is where the base of operations for my clan was Kaycaul Inc., the Church of Capitalism. There's actually still a church here. It's holy ground.
No kidding.
This is the Trimbo Church.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun on the server.
Dave Knapp's castle used to be up there, and now there's no path going up there. Dave Knapp got everything deleted, right? He only
basically I remember that, thinking, man, that guy's not going to come back, but he did, you know. But I don't think he really built anything since then.
Base, I think there's something we have to do. I think you need to come onto this bridge and get in survival real quick. There's something we need to do.
Okay.
Just come here.
And I fall. I put in...
You had fly on!
No, I didn't. I put in game mode 1 before I hit the ground.
You betrayed me.
I didn't betray you. I saved my own life. Why would you hit your interviewer and toss him off a bridge?
It's tradition. We have to kill ourselves at spawn 3.
Yeah, everyone did that. Everyone did that. You could probably show a time lapse of spawn 3 and it'd just be people jumping off from up there, like just people.
It's good to see the melons are actually back on the melon trail. They got world edited into pumpkins a long time ago.
Interesting. Who did that?
I think Schnitz or Josh.
That's funny. Yeah, I thought it might have been Josh.
This is an old fact. The Melon Trail is actually the unofficial name of this.
Yeah.
It's Highway 92, because if you look at your Y coordinate, it's 92.
It's 92, yeah.
Now,
You
if we
can go
this
really
way, we can
fast.
do like a big loop around spawn 3.
Well, I think, do you want to go like towards Ratchet Space and see Spawn 4? Talk about that?
Maybe not towards Ratchet Space.
Well, I mean, we're not
We
going
turn right up here.
to get to Spawn 4?
I think we should just teleport to spawn 4
Okay, fine.
and go this way. But I dug all these tunnels and built all of these
Wow.
bridges by hand.
No
It
kidding.
was not fun. The hardest part was actually the columns holding up these bridges. Those took the most time. I spent like 70% of this building time just building columns that you don't even see.
Jesus. But it looks good as you, like, go by it. You're like, hey, what's that? Oh.
Yeah. We're coming up on Stein Labs, the
Steinium
very
Labs.
opposite of everything that I build and stand for.
And stand
A
for,
world-edited quartz cube.
I built that quartz cube, by the way. Yeah. I did that.
Did you, though?
Yeah, I
think
did.
You had World Edit do it for you.
Actually did. I went and I got all the quartz in survival. I just made a giant slab of quartz. Block.
There's a lectern down there. You see that?
Interesting.
What's that? Is it goodbye, Trimbo?
What is it?
Here. I think it's Poetry by T. It's just in the middle of nowhere.
Huh.
Let's see who built this. Yeah, T placed this 171 days ago.
Wow. Yeah, you can see some blocks from T that are like almost 400 days old, so she is an ancient player. She's at least on Trimbo Amplified.
Oh, this room.
Never understood
roof.
this.
I built this roof entirely out of melons. This was actually, at the time, this was a lot of melons for me. This is like 3 stacks of melons. That was my entire stock. And then someone came through and just world edited them into pumpkins.
Oh my
and never
God.
changed them back.
Actually.
This is Trickster's base coming up here. I think it's actually kind of crazy. I don't know how to say this without bragging, but I have invited a lot of people to the server.
You have invited a lot of people to the server.
Like if you consider them my descendants, I have grandchildren on the server.
You kind of do, because have they invited people onto the server?
Yeah, they actually have. There's this huge
Yeah.
chain. So I think at first I invited Trickster. You can see we joined the Discord on the same day.
Yeah.
And he wandered around for a while before building this base. And then he invited 2 of his friends, Casey and Sam. Sam still plays like once a month.
Yeah.
You can see, not abandoned. The opposite of your sign over here.
That's funny. I used to put abandoned on people's houses, and they would show up like 3 weeks later like, what? Because I thought they would have left, you know? You built this, by the way. This is your map art. Like, you...
We did build.
Yep. That is a whole, like, thing. Like, and that's a map.
It's actually,
You know?
it didn't take us that long because we spent the whole day doing it.
Wow.
We did it in like 2 days. It was crazy fast.
That's funny.
I remember Digital was actually there, kind of helping us kill him.
I remember Digital being there, too.
And he had fire bending because that was...
Yeah. I still want to bring back
Project Cora.
Cora.
Over here, on top of this mountain,
Which one?
you can just teleport to me.
Over here? Yep, that's what I thought.
This is Casey's base,
Yep.
and he doesn't play at all.
I remember
But
that.
That's the thing. I invited Trickster, and he invited Sam and Casey, and then I invited Timmer,
Yeah.
and I made gaming an emote, and then gaming joined, and then two other of my friends, they joined once and never came back. But that's a lot of people.
That is a good amount of people, yeah.
And that's the best way to get players. You can see Trickster has a
Well,
lot of influence on the server.
so the other side of that coin is if you don't invite a lot of the other side of that coin, if you don't like invite new players, you know, it can get very, you know, cliquey. It can be, you know, groupy, you know, like, you know, and other players might feel a little bit excluded from that, and they like, you know, they might not even vibe with the energy that that group broadcasts, you know, and then it's like, you know, it changes things. And the only way you can solve that is if you invite more people. You know, you expand the group.
Doing.
Yeah.
You can see Hayfish is on. Hayfish actually picked a cool spot for his
Yeah.
base.
Yeah, we got
but the burger map is down here.
Oh, there it is. And I built this frame right here.
Yeah, you did build this frame, and I was like, bruh. Dude didn't do it in survival.
I know.
Funny, I'm always holding burger in my hand, and only now I can see people moving around on it on the map.
That's funny. Doesn't like you can see if other people go there, right?
Yeah, like if you walk over the map, or maybe if you have to be holding the map.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can stalk people.
Well,
It was actually useful when we were building it. You could open up your map and see who else was working on it at the time.
And this was my water temple that I made a lot bigger before the time warp.
Oh, this got deleted?
Yeah, there was a huge chunk of it below that I made with World Edit. It was huge. Jesus. One shot. Yeah, but it was...
One shot!
But it was huge, man. I kind of pissed off that it's gone.
This tiny room. It just leads to nothing.
I'm not sure. I think I probably was doing something. I was like, I could do something else. I don't know.
Oh, maybe it was like a player mining for a conduit block. Oh, I bet it was. Oh, I broke this. Yeah, I came here and stole Prismarine to build my conduits at spawn.
Oh, that's funny. That's fine. I mean, like, it's not used anymore.
It was built in creative, whatever, right?
Well, then that is technically not survival. If you're in survival and you mine something that was made in creative, I don't know, man.
The thing. I play on this server and I'm an operator. I always have keep inventory. That's why I give myself these inconveniences.
Interesting. You gotta do dash clear.
With the fact that I'm cheating. I'm never going to use anything netherite. Because combined with my keep inventory, I think that's unfair.
Yeah.
But if I can sacrifice my netherite privileges for keep inventory or something. It's still not fair, but it helps. Yeah.
So Spawn 3 was it was an interesting era. Yeah, Deadlift, even, I mean, like, look, even if you keep on going towards your edge space.
See where I got first promoted, right? When I first joined staff.
Sure.
Go towards my base, where ye old melon farm is.
Yeah. In there. Like, what were you doing? Like, how was that?
I was either collecting snow or collecting sugar cane. I was collecting snow for that big snow statue, but I was down here by my mine entrance. You can just teleport to me. So I was standing probably, like, I can remember it probably down to the block, like around here. And you said, "Do you want to be admin?" And I'm like, "Okay."
Just like that?
Yeah. And then you promoted me, and probably a couple minutes later I went down into my mine, and I started mining, and you're like, I remember I was in voice chat with you, because it was when we would regularly, like every Thursday, Trimbo Tuesday, and I was mining, and you're like, "Oh, let's see what's Kaycaul's up. What's Kaycaul up to? He's admin now. I wonder what he's doing." And I'm just mining, and you're like, "What are you doing?" And I just say in chat, "Mining." You're like, "You're an admin! Why are you mining?"
Well, I didn't understand that you wanted to stay in survival. I was like, well, you understand you can go into creative mode now. You're free.
If I wanted to play creative, I wouldn't have joined this server. It's a survival server.
Yeah.
This is a thing that didn't really end up happening. After the Kaycaul Inc. thing, I tried to make my base kind of industrial themed.
Yeah.
So like all the parts of this base are actually just tiny buildings. So this is the mining site number 1, and it has, oh, that's a lot of melons.
Wow.
I have to take all of them. There were like 6 stacks of melon blocks in that chest. I don't know why. They're just everywhere around this base.
Yeah. What is with you and melons? Why?
I like melons.
That's just it?
Yeah.
They fascinate you?
But I had all these things. My mining site number 1 up there. I have like my logging hut number 1, where I would keep my wood, because it was going to be like my house, my base was going to be not one building, but a bunch of little.
A majority of yeah.
You can see I tried to pave it and make roads up there.
Yeah, I saw that. I always kind of liked your base.
I liked this base because it was creative. I don't know. It reminds me of Spawn 3, which who would have guessed? It's at Spawn 3.
Yeah.
Spawn 3, it's a bunch of tiny little buildings just clumped together. It's not one big elegant base like the Spawn 4 base. Like you can see, I also have my chemical factory here where I would make definitely not meth and other.
Oh yeah, there was
chemicals.
There was a trial.
Everything got stolen or removed from here when I moved to Spawn 4.
Wow.
I have a smeltery down here. I have a massive array of microwaves. This base was good, but the gimmick was gonna be like, this is my hydroponic center, and it says no photography, because the big joke was gonna be, at my store I would sell melons, and they would be like the thing to buy at Spawn 3 because they're so ridiculously cheap. And I'm like, yeah, they're hydroponic melons. They're grown without soil. They're just watermelons, pure water, high quality, whatever. And I would sell them, and everyone would be like, wow, these are high quality melons. And it says no photography. So you're like, okay, what secrets does he have to hide? Then you look inside, and there's no water. They are all growing from dirt. It was a scam. They weren't hydroponic melons. They're grown in a factory, just like everything else. But after the time warp, my brand of Kaycaul Inc. kind of diminished.
Sad.
Yes, big sad. But this melon farm still works. I know Digital would come here and just sit here and keep the chunk loaded, because he wanted melons, so he would just sit here and AFK them himself.
Nice.
But this design I still use at Spawn 5.
This is did you come up with this?
I don't know. I think
I mean, it's good.
It's not that good. The bad part is all these hoppers.
Yeah.
Because hoppers are expensive. It's 5 iron for every single one. And since I actually play survival, that actually matters to me.
Yeah, no kidding.
Like, you can build this as long as you want in creative, but at Spawn 5 I started stacking them, so the melons just fall down into the bottom and use just less hoppers. Schnitz suggested not even hoppers, just a single hopper minecart. But the trade-off there is that it's really loud. So when I build the melon dimension, I'm probably going to need a bigger melon farm than anything I've ever built before. And
The melon dimension.
I'll build a huge melon farm.
Melon land, melon world.
Yeah, this base was really detailed. It had a bunch of little things. The trees have been broken and cut down accidentally, probably by me. But I had this little parkour set up. You could jump from the trees over to this building. Jump around your base when you're bored.
Yeah.
Because that's what I would do. Like if I'm bored, I would just run in circles, and
Yeah.
I realized I did that a lot. So I built my base around it.
So after the time warp, you quit the server for a minute. You were gone for a while. I remember that.
Yeah, I just took a break. I can't play Minecraft
24/7. Yeah, of course.
I just got more interested in other games.
Well, that's fine, but I remember you saying that had a lot to do with your... I mean, you lost a lot.
It did. I did lose a lot.
A lot of players did. I lost a lot of players after the time warp. And that was in December 9th, 2019. Remember that day. Dan and I were doing maintenance on it. Like a backup.
The interesting history over here. There's actually command blocks next to my base.
Yeah? What was that from?
From me, probably.
You kidding?
They play Megalovania using anvil sounds, and it barely works. And someone came through and stole the repeaters a couple 100 days ago. But I built this before command blocks were taken away from admins. That was when the only role was admin or not.
You were either an operator or you weren't an operator, yeah.
You were nothing, no members or anything.
You were an operator at one point, right?
Technically, I was.
Like, before this, before you're being operator now, you were...
Yeah,
Wow.
I was admin, I had everything.
No kidding.
And then you're like, okay, well, I don't think I want T and Schnitz in his chaotic state just doing this. Actually, I think Schnitz still had command blocks, but T would like place down a chain command block and just spawn thousands of sheep.
But she did make a lot of good builds, though. I remember that. She still does. She's still on the server. I mean, she's still really active. And
here's an interesting thing. Over here towards Digital's base. I think
Digital Phoenix.
Enough time at
Do you want to talk about Digital Phoenix? No, how he left.
Goodbye, Trimbo.
Yeah. Give us a synopsis. Like, why? What was going on with him?
It was kind of sudden. I didn't expect him to leave.
Yeah, nobody did.
That's just how he is. Goodbye, Trimbo.
Well, he had his interaction with Timmer. I know that. I guess he could tell that story when I do the podcast with him. But I know
do a podcast with him.
Yeah,
I already flipped a coin and said I was going to do it with him first, but...
here you and I are.
I just saw a barrier block. I just bumped into one in the air.
That might have been me. I used to put barrier block.
It might have been me too. I remember I placed a barrier block and just put a fox on top of it.
Yeah, I put a cow.
Oh yeah, you would do that a lot, I think. Yeah. Just floating cows at spawn 3.
Yeah, that was fun.
I think I like Sminky's base. I think. It's something else for sure. There's one of many of the same Burger Kings at his base.
Oh yeah.
I have really bad frame rate in this area.
No kid. Oh yeah, this was Sminky. Who was he with? Like, Sminky and who?
Corey lives further down this way, or lived.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There was like
Sminky's
Panda base, or somebody. Red Panda.
Red Panda.
I can't. Yeah.
I don't think I was on a lot when Red Panda played.
Yeah, me neither.
There are some people in the community that I missed because I just wasn't there when they were active.
Yeah, yeah.
But Sminky's base, I think, fits that theme that I was going for of just utter chaos. Like, there's just a tower of trees. Like, what the heck?
Yeah, like, there's no
Like, this is
point to
something
any of this.
Neuron made at spawn 1. wasn't
Yeah, yeah.
it? Like,
No, Lamb
and
made
there's
this.
just thousands of chests over here that were going to be filled with postcards. There's literally 9/11 is happening here. Like,
Yeah.
what is going on?
Yeah, that's...
Like, this was the definition of chaos.
No kidding.
And I think this
that made him
kind
an
of
admin.
chaotic factor made Spawn 3 good. Like, it wasn't planned. It grew organically, like a living thing.
Yeah, and that requires a little bit of order, a little bit of chaos, a little, you know. And I mean, you know, what we need to do is update the holodegrades.
I think we should build a new one and keep the old one for historic purposes. But you can see Spawn 3 is just huge.
Yeah.
Like, we tried to make Spawn 4 2 spawns, and that failed horribly. Spawn 3...
because
There's
Spawn 3 got
four
huge.
significant sections of it.
Yeah. Yeah. There's like 5, really. There's a 4, like, you could put the outer into 4 parts and draw a circle in the center.
Like, if you joined for the first time and you were shown all of these areas,
Yeah.
they wouldn't feel like they coherently link together in any sensical way.
But they do. You know, they all do.
Like, if you've lived at Spawn 3,
You
then
know.
you would know where all these places are. It's actually just one big spawn.
Yeah.
And there's a gold sign outside of the hologrates that says, "Or is it?" Did I build this? I must have. Yeah, I did. 220 days ago.
$221 days ago. You're over a year on the server.
Definitely.
That's
you can
crazy.
See I joined the Discord. I'll remember the 22nd. Oh, here's the Granite Temple. This is
9/22. You were on the August 22nd or August 22nd
August?
or September. If it's September 22nd, then that's tomorrow.
Cool. Trickster and I have to celebrate.
And it's your Trimbo Tuesday. You have to do Trimbo Tuesday tomorrow.
Trimbo Thursday.
Thursday, yeah.
But this is the Granite Temple. This is
Yeah.
actually
I
still
remember this.
a relevant build. Only to me. I
What?
built this entirely in survival.
Really?
With these patterns for banners that I don't use.
I like
A
it.
little later. But when I die,
Yes.
and I respawn right here. I haven't moved. I spawn at this exact location.
Every time? No
But
kidding.
This is where my slash home is, I think.
Good.
Yeah. Because I don't use slash home. Because the Granite Temple I built, it was dedicated to survival builds. I just mined so much granite for this.
I'm proud of you, Keiko. This is beautiful.
I think it does look good. It's just one color and a
Yeah.
lot of lights. It
The
looks a lot
lights make
better
the
with
difference. Yeah.
But that's another thing you said. Like, I stole those prismarine blocks, but they were cheated in. That's why I don't use things like slash home. Steal these repeaters.
Well, I think everyone, like, steals things here and there, but it's like, if you go to, like, if you're a new player and you just start taking diamonds, my first thing is, like, you're just gonna steal shit from people, you know? Like, if you're going through and you steal food, or you steal, like, 1 or 2 blocks or something, like, stuff that they're not gonna notice, and you're like, I just need this, you know? A lot of times that's, you know, it's Minecraft, you know, and if you report it, you know, we have a trial system and everything, and, you know, like, what's the worst?
No, we don't. We never use it base.
We do if they're you know, like, if someone wants to take someone to court. It's like, I think these people need to be jailed or something, you know, like, we could do that. Subpoena someone. I mean,
A lot of the Highway 93 It was originally literally just a way for me to get to my house. I used to have to walk through, whose base is this? I would follow the path to someone else's base to get to my base. And I'm like, alright, screw this, I'm gonna make a perfect straight line with no variances towards my base, and that's what I did.
Where? For
The
the
melon trail.
melody. Okay.
It used to be just right to my base, and then I branched it out,
Huh.
and it connects to the end of the mushroom trail, which no one knows about, and whatever. And
Yeah.
it goes all the way to spawn 4, and all the way to spawn
Jesus.
1, if you know which way to go.
Yeah.
Connects
Wow.
everything. It's the piece in the middle. I am the path maker.
You really are. That's it's definitely
That was the
significant.
one thing I had to build in creative, because I didn't build the melon trail in creative, but the spawn 4 trail, I think making it look good was more important than the satisfaction of having done it in survival.
Yeah.
And it also had to be done quickly. I didn't want to stay up all night every day making this stupid trail. Like, it had to be done in time for spawn 4, and it had to look good, so, whatever.
Spawn 4 did have some good builds though.
Oh, this is a section of spawn 3 I forgot about.
Oh yeah, I
Wasn't
looked
this
at
the
it.
first Trimbo Tuesday? This
Yeah.
Connect 4.
Yeah. It was actually. That
We
was
had
the
the
first
alignment
time that we had. Yeah.
You can see T is on the chaotic side.
Right, and that's when she had her that skin. The Sonic skin.
Sam Harold is here, though. He was active at the time.
Right. Yeah. Remember that.
You see digital, too.
Yeah.
The build. I don't know why item is here. That's item, right?
Where? Which one?
This one?
I think so. Yeah, that's item store. God.
I saw item store once. and I
They
thought
were one of
a
my
player.
they were one of my first regular players that left.
Yeah.
Had a group of players with them too. Kind of kept the server going for a minute in the beginning.
Spawn 3 is so big.
Yeah,
Like,
Spawn
there's
3
this
was
whole other
massive.
section, like Brazil over here. I haven't even explored this.
Hmm.
I think we should continue on to Spawn 4, though.
We might be running out of time. I'm getting called from
We've been
people.
spending too much time at Spawn 3.
Yeah.
But I think it deserves that much time.
It does. Oh, it deserves more time than this. I mean, I'm going on probably on other podcasts. You and I will probably do another one at one point. I just have to. That's another thing is I need to get going on this podcast thing.
Yeah. I think if you upload enough, it might attract attention. I'm at Spawn 4.
It was just at Spawn 4. So we started Spawn 4. When I started Spawn 4, I wanted to do. When I started Spawn 4, I wanted to just do something different. And I saw how big Spawn 3 was, and I was like, well, what if we did like a binary spawn?
And it failed massively.
It did. It failed massively.
But that's how you learn. You learn by failing. The spawn point here is actually made of microwaves. But right now we're focusing on trying to keep the community as a whole. This really did not help. Splitting
the
wanted new players.
spawns.
Really did not help.
Yeah.
Putting them in their own spawn.
Well, when they became members, they would spawn over there. You know, like I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking at the time.
Yeah, it was an interesting concept, but I think
It failed.
we did it wrong. My
Yeah.
idea, I think I just said to you, it would be cool if we did 2 spawns, and my idea was like, there's the upper spawn and the lower spawn. You see, the upper spawn is where spawn 4 for the members is, and the lower spawn is like where this slime block thing is for
Yeah.
my base. So my
Hold
idea
on.
was like they would just be on different elevations. So like you would have the two different sides because I thought it was fun. Spawn 3, the clans. It's like, oh, what clan are you part of? Like,
Yeah. That was
so it would be
interesting.
like, oh, I'm from upper spawn. I'm from the cold. Well, I'm from the lower spawn. Oh,
And
I
from the
don't know. I thought
warm.
that would make interesting situations.
That kind of would, and you'd be able to talk
And
about
you
that.
kind of misinterpreted my idea, and you just made them in completely different places.
Huh.
I think my spawn 4 base, kind of sucks. I'm gonna be honest.
Ratchet for God
It's also
2020.
T's base. Yeah. I didn't like having T's base right next to mine.
Wait, T's base. You have the underwater base.
Yeah.
This was impressive to look at.
It was, and it took me a long time to
I remember when
it
you
all
would.
up.
I remember when you did this.
And she and Schnitz and Monkey 420 would always come and bug me and get rid of my water, and it was annoying, and I had to deal with it.
Yeah.
That's, I think, what triggered the demotion for T. Oh, speaking of T.
Was she down here?
Are you in, do you have your HUD off?
Yeah, I do have.
She just joined.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, I think this is a cool base. The problem is, it was the worst time and place for it to be. Like, the absolute worst. Like, Spawn 4, no new players, no players.
Yeah.
The only people that saw this were T. And, to be honest, I don't think I wanted her near it.
That's funny. Yeah, she was pretty chaotic at that time.
Yeah. The thing is, like, this base would be impressive, but no one sees it. Because it's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And Spawn, no one played during.
Someone might. See, here's the thing: is like if you keep, advertising, players explore.
They could wander all the way to here.
They could wander all the way to here. They could wander and find Spawn 4 and be like, "What the hell?" Like a lot of players now probably don't. Like new players probably won't know a lot about the server history because Spawn 5 is like. I was thinking about this. Spawn 5 is not just the start of a new era, but it's like a new eon almost.
It's a new section. It's not connected to the
It's
rest of the server.
it's like
I don't know if that's a problem or not, to be honest.
not necessarily
The
because
members can still teleport, so when you become a member, that gives you access to see the history.
and if you want to see the history, you can, but it's not connect. It's basically like a brand new eon of Trimbo, like a new time because Spawn 6 is going to be connected to Spawn 5, through a trail. And so is Spawn 7, but they're not going to be, at least right now. I mean, they might in the future, but the closest spawn the Spawn 5 could connect to is Spawn 1.
I think I planned this base to have a couple more features. I was going to make it a bunch of tiny glass balls.
Yeah.
But after filling out the second little one, I just lost all motivation because it's actually a horrible experience just sponging away the water one by one. It took me
I'm sure
a very
it was.
long time, and for where it was not worth the effort. Like, that's the thing. Also, these banners, if you recognize these, are from the Granite Temple.
Yeah.
I don't remember. They're code for something. It means what was used in their construction. I made symbols for, like, pure survival, but built with fly, built-in survival but with imported resources.
Right.
Actually, now that I think about it, this prismarine might be the stuff we saw earlier that I stole.
Oh, no kidding. That's fine.
It is dark prismarine. It makes sense. I don't really remember that, though. It is funny. I remember Ratchet would come in here, and he'd sit next to the conduit, and he'd say, "This reminds me of when I was in my mother's room." I'm like, okay, well, when did you get here? Why are you behind me? Why are you making this these cows over here, like the cow hole. This was when I tried to do the weekly news,
Right.
But I only did it for 1 week, so it was just the week news. I never finished the library, actually. I needed a lot of books to make the bookshelves, which I was trying to do in survival, and I gave up. That's why those cows are there.
This is kind of cool.
What I was doing.
Like how deep you are under the ocean makes it pretty cool.
Yeah, there's actually slime spawn down here, because we are at Y level 32.
No kidding.
So there's a slime chunk, I think, over here. Slime, it was actually a problem, because no amount of light makes them go away. You can't stop slimes from spawning unless you, like, slab the whole base. So slimes will just spawn, like, where you're standing.
No kidding.
Oh, this is another thing. Right now, the base's entrance is the nether portal and the water entrance, but I was going to have a more conventional entrance, a tunnel that went way over there and would go, you know where the sleep arena is?
Yeah.
Actually, if we fly over there now, I can show you. Yeah, over here, the sleep arena.
Oh yeah, you did this for an event.
This hole, I dug this hole, and I dug that hole in my base. These were supposed to connect, but I think Sninky had a base underground that was in the way that I couldn't be bothered to go around or over. So I never really finished my Spawn 4 base, and I don't think I need to because no one will ever see it. Is the contraption still here? No, it's not. Were you here for this?
I was not. No, I came after everyone kind of already left.
I remember what happened. We played a few games, and eventually we took down this middle part and made it twice the size. It used to be 2 little ones. Now it's 1 big one.
Okay.
And the funny thing is, the players started on opposite sides. So the strategy would just be to run into the middle as fast as you can and knock out the snow in the middle. And now it's a stalemate. So yeah, it wasn't very well designed. I remember the first round Loco played against Timmer. And she went in, she knocked out all of this, and then she just sat down. And we're like, alright, well, and the thing is, the rules were very literally and clearly defined. It was just, if you fall out of the arena or die, you lose. That was it. That was the only rule. You could kill each other if you wanted.
She came up and got she cut out all the snow in the middle, went over, and then sat down so he couldn't jump over.
Yeah,
oh my God.
Can't jump over this.
Yeah.
There's a hole. And one of the strategies that I used, I think I beat someone with it. It was funny. You pick up the snow, and then you quickly craft a snow block and like build a tower and jump over to them. But you can't do that because if you're trying to build a bridge, she can break it faster than you can build it. So what ended up happening, I remember building this big redstone contraption. Timmer was here, and Loco was here. And they narrowed themselves down into a little corner, and they had pressure plates that they were standing on. And I had it set up so that as soon as somebody got off of their pressure plates, it would permanently trigger something. It would, I think, shoot out a dispenser, which is an irreversible action. So it was kind of used as memory, and once the first person left, the arena would remember forever. So I could log on the next day and see who left. Because the thing was, according to the rules that we had agreed on, the only way to lose was to leave the arena.
Oh my God.
And in this situation, the only way to leave was to just disconnect. So it was literally a staring contest with Loco and Timmer. They played for, I think, an hour, and Timmer's Wi-Fi shut down.
Oh my God.
That was how the staring contest ended.
That's amazing.
So you could see the light was on and Loco had
Wow.
won. But they would have, like, they both said they were committed to it. They would have left their games open all day.
Yeah.
You do miss some things when you disappear for the whole summer base. We tried to do Trimbo Tuesday without you.
I know. Sorry. I'm trying to be more active. I keep saying that too. You know, I'm active today. I was kind of active yesterday. So. All right. You want to move on?
Spawn 5.
Yeah, let's take a look at Spawn 5.
I should show you Hayfish's base. Now we're no longer history. This is current.
Yeah,
events.
we're just at Spawn 5 now.
Oh, by the way, vote.
Right. Vote. Vote for the server. Gotta do that. Log on, get on the Discord, vote for the server.
Doesn't take that long. Oh, Hayfish just left, but I think his base... Oh, did you see this?
Ooh.
I built this. Right here.
Oh, yeah.
Spawn 1-2 inspired build.
It needs more white wool.
Yeah, the thing is, I play survival, and you don't realize how hard it is to get white wool.
Yeah.
Especially, that was a thing, that was a big problem on the server. We haven't realized there are no animals.
There are no animals.
My only source of wool, I literally teleport to spawn 2. I walk all the way to the Peter Griffin map.
Yeah.
And he has just like this ancient year-old sheep farm. With
Look at this thing.
Named base is now AFK. That's my only source of wool. I have to walk so far.
Oh wow.
So yeah, I have to compromise. But that's what I was saying in server issues chat. We should get a plugin that spawns animals.
Yeah, or increase the spawn rates somehow. You know, we need to talk to Shins about that.
I don't think... No, that's the thing. There isn't spawn rates. They spawn... The spawn rate is 0. They spawn once and never again. I think that's how it works.
I don't think so. From what I was reading is they spawn less than hostile mobs do, but they still spawn if you're sitting in the area for a certain amount of time at a certain distance. But, yeah.
One thing I like about Spawn 5, if you explore, you can immediately find a path that brings you under the spawn point.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the under the spawn point path, yep. If you go over to the side of Spawn 5, like to the right, to the left of it, if you're facing the mountain, you can go down, you can find a little area, and then you can get under Spawn 5.
One mistake you made, I think I had to do this. There's a door here.
Yeah.
Which is spawn protected, so you can't actually get in unless you're an
operator. Okay.
So I wasn't an operator, so I used set block air to delete the door.
Good. Good.
Because even as an admin, I couldn't build at
the
spawn point.
You can now. Do whatever, yep.
Okay,
Anyway, I think we should...
I think that was funny, though, because at old spawns, you would type spawn, and then your game would lag, and you'd fall to the ground, and you'd always see, like, the little room under there, which you can't get to. Well, but now at Spawn 5, you can actually go in there, like, there's a door.
Well, that's it. Like, if you do that, you'll be under the room, and you might, like, just pop up in there, like, where the hell am I? And then you'll be up, and you'll be like, huh, at the top level. Anyway.
These signs have your saying, build anywhere, follow the trail.
I do want to see what Hayfish built.
Oh, right, Hayfish. It's over here. Yeah, this island.
Yeah.
It has these floating islands. He uses his bridge to get over. His nether island is here.
Interesting.
But it was really weird. He joined, I saw him get to this island, and he said, "Can I have flint and steel?" Like, that's something many griefers have said in the past.
Yeah, and you're like,
And then Xeron came over and was just like, yeah, and he just started burning stuff.
Wow.
Like, no, he didn't give them the Hayfish. Like, Xeron came
and started burning stuff. That's funny. That's so Xeron.
That's what Hayfish was gonna do. He was gonna burn this.
Ooh, we have a player over here.
Base player is the owner.
We have 2 players over here.
Yeah. Oh. I like the little trails. There's a lot of exploration to do at Spawn 5.
I said doing a podcast, say hello, but not.
He's wearing my head. Oh god. Oh, Hightower is down here. Did you get Meet the Soldier?
I did. I did get Meet the Soldier. That's it's an achievement.
I think Hightower is a big project. The motorcycle has been working on it.
All right. Well, let's go back up to that podcast room. So we're about to wrap up.
All right. We've come full circle.
We have come full circle.
I have some souvenirs from that trip. I have a ton of melons.
Oh
from
yeah.
my old base.
Good.
I just found them.
I'm glad we could do that. I do think I need to change these pictures in here. I think my next podcast I'm gonna do that. So
there were two things I suggested. We spent the whole time talking about what's happening on the server. We didn't actually talk.
Yeah, kind of. With
there were three problems the three main problems.
Yeah.
The lag with this many people. We never realized that the server can't really handle more than 8 people.
Well, here's the thing: is the server they can handle probably 25 to 30 people. It really can. The amount of RAM and the processing
when people
speed.
Get on though, it lags. When people get off, it's fine.
It's the internet. It's not the actual server.
The internet can't handle that many people.
The internet itself, like at my brother's apartment that he's using, he doesn't have that great of internet, and all those people are logging in and out, so that causes a lot.
Anyway, man.
So are you gonna get him better internet?
I could.
Cheese money. She who single-handedly funds the server. We complain she can be chaotic, but she's keeping it alive.
She kind of does, yeah. In a way.
The other thing, there's no animals. I think.
Yeah, that needs to be
There must be
addressed.
some data pack or plugin that just spawns a single sheep every minute.
Yeah. And that needs to be... I need to look at that.
New players need food and they need
or
beds.
schnitz.
Animals just overall improve the experience. They look nice. They're animals. They move. And then there's no map. I don't think there's anything you can do about that. But
yeah, that can be fixed.
Server is down.
Yeah, that can be fixed though. Anyway, man, it was good having you on. We'll probably do this again. I'm gonna try to do these more often.
Yeah.
So
I think if you did this right, you could get people to join the server just from these interviews. If they're interesting enough, people could watch them and be like, "Oh, this is a form of advertising, maybe."
Could be, Anyway, man, I'll catch you later, and we'll do this again.
Okay, I'm gonna.